What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing a little late night stream because I wasn't really sure if I was going to stream or not, but then I thought, well, I'm Chipleader in this thing with about half the field gone. Might as well load it up. This is going to be a long tournament. This is a 2-day tournament, and the current day ends in another 14 levels, which I think is like 2 hours. So, yeah, chilling out in lower British Columbia, pretty close to the American border in Surrey. About to eat some Mongolian beef and chow mein. Where's the Manchurian beef? Oh my gosh, what's the difference? Guys, the WCOOP is almost over. And I wouldn't say it's been a really great week and a half on Stars. It's been a lot of fun playing. But results-wise, hasn't really been all that. But it just takes one. It just takes one decent tournament, and this would be a good one to win. This would set the ship up right. So how is everybody doing tonight? Thanks for joining me. Got Maverick and Polarized in the stream. Good to see you, man. Stud High-Low, probably my favorite game in the rotation. So, just a little while ago, we had a pretty fun hand that I wish that I would have gotten on stream. It was about 5-6 hands ago, and this is when I decided, you know what, I gotta just start streaming. This is gonna be a fold, by the way. Even with the queens and the kings and the 10, even though we have 3 to a flush. It's stud high-low. So, really the two hands that we're most worried about is this 4 and this 2. Let me show you guys this this awesome hand. It started over. It started when we were rolled up 9s. This is pretty much the best thing that can happen to you on horse is being rolled up. It happens something like 420 to 1. Very, very rare. And we have a 10 completing it for us. Against a jack and an ace and a king. And I'll tell you guys, anytime somebody tells you that Pokerstars competition is tougher than the site that you play at, you have my permission to just go ahead and kick them in the balls because they don't know what they're talking about. I can't tell you how bad the competition is on Stars. Like I'm just like I've been in awe this last week with some of the plays I've seen. It makes sense, actually, now that I think about it, that WSOP Nevada would have tougher competition than Stars because it's Vegas and it's industry types, it's professional poker players, it's dealers, it's people who are familiar with poker and gambling, as opposed to a lot of these guys who, Norway, UK, a lot of these guys are just, see a commercial, deposit some money, and try it out. Can't tell you how often I've seen just some really, really bad plays. And sure, I'm sure that the toughest competition on Pokerstars is tougher just because of the mass numbers that they have. The long tails are going to be longer, but on average, I used to think that on average the play would be about the same. On average, the play is worse on Stars than WSOP Nevada. Let's go ahead and take a look at this hand, though, and I can't really blame blame the villain for how this hand goes. So we have pocket 9s. Decide to slow play it. Generally, when you're rolled up in stud, you wait until 5th Street to start raising. We hit the ace. This is actually a bad card for me because now it scares some people. It's very easy for me to have like split 9s with an ace here, or 3 hearts with an ace of hearts. So the ace of clubs is a scare card that we don't really want. It our hand strength was pretty hidden. Now it's not. Now they can start thinking that we are pretty strong. So we decided to check anyway, and everyone checks behind. Now we hit quad nines, and you might be thinking, well, this is a great card. I mean, not really. It's good because now we don't have to worry about losing the hand, but it's not that good because it just it betrays the strength of our hand. So now we look like we have trips, and best case scenario for one of our opponents is we have three hearts. We started with 3 hearts, or maybe like a jack 10, or like a pocket pair under there. But we're crushing the deck at this point. But there's no point in playing it coy. We go ahead and fire out the 4,000 because it would actually look even fishier if we didn't start taking the aggression here and try to check raise or try to pick up the aggression later on. So there's just not that many more streets left for us to start being aggro with this hand. So quad nines, we fire out into these 3 opponents. We get the pocket. We get the 2s to call. The queen 10-7 decides to also call. Turn is a 3 of hearts. So now maybe we have a flush draw under there. Parabolas, I'm thinking that he probably has 2 pair. Maybe he started with like jacks, jacks or queens under there. Maybe he has 3 2s. Kashmir 69. I'm thinking that Kashmir 69 probably started with hearts, or maybe started with split 10s, and is just getting attached to the pot. We fire out again with our quad 9s. Both of them call, and we hit the king of hearts. Meaningless. Fire out again with our quads, and now we got this guy raising, and this is just perfect. This is like, hope he filled up. Hope he filled up. We re-raise. He re-raises in a cash game where a lot of times when it's heads up there is no cap. We take his farm. we take his farm. We take his car. We take his family right here. All right. In a tournament where it's limited to, it looks like in stars it's limited to a bet and 3 raises instead of usually you're going to see a bet and 4 raises. Here it's a bet and 3 raises. So we are forced to just call with the quad 9s and expecting to see a full house. Nope. He had a full house. He already had a full house on 6th Street and was playing it pretty snug. And then he picked up quads on 7th Street. So, tough beat there, Parabolas. I'm pretty sure that Pokerstars doesn't shuffle these. I'm pretty sure that Parabolas wasn't rolled up, because if he was, I think that we would have heard from him on 5th Street. I'm sure we would have heard from him on 5th Street or 6th Street, right? So, I think he started with split 2s and a 5. That's the problem with stud, though, is you can't start a bad beat story with, so I had split 2s and a 5 in stud. You can't start a bad beat story like that because you're supposed to lose that hand. But you're not really supposed to lose with quads. That was pretty awesome. Quads versus quads. Let's get back to the action now. Where I guess we're not Chipleader anymore. We're 2 of 420. Let me take a look at the lobby here. Looks like we're about 24K behind the Chipleader. There's 6 of us over 200,000. I love the mixed games, you guys. So JPB, good to see you, man. We have Persuade by Asking in the stream, King Gagnon in the stream, and Cypher Ziption. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining us on a little late night. It's Friday night, right? A little Friday night stream. We're going to be here for another... I think we're actually leaving on Sunday because it doesn't look like we're playing that WCOOP main. So we don't have a way to get cash in. Player transfers aren't working. For next time, we can do wires. Player transfers don't work for me though. I got the bad news when I finally lined up some buddies who were going to be able to transfer some cash that my account has a player transfer suspension on it. Why? I don't know why. I don't know why. I didn't do anything to abuse player transfers. I guess it stems from when they reactivated my account from a pretty harmless and lame chat violation back in 2003. Lifetime ban for that? Really, you guys? Okay, whatever. And they finally gave it back to me. They let me start resume playing in 2014, but I guess when they switched my account on, they kept the suspension for chat, which, okay, whatever. You don't want me talking in your card room. I'm fine with that, but also player transfers. So that's pretty lame. I'm not really too happy with that. Means that I'm not going to be able to play the WCOOP main because I was pretty sure I was going to be able to play that. I had hit up Bax and he said I could play it as long as I didn't stream it. So I was like, okay, well, I don't have to stream it. I'll play it. Well, I guess the next main event we're going to be playing on Stars isn't going to be until Scoop, if that. Because honestly, this whole experience with Stars has left me with a pretty bad taste in my mouth. Although I do love playing these deep fields, I gotta say, and playing mixed games is a real treat for me. 1,400 people in a horse event. It's pretty awesome. So, how's your weekend going, you guys? What are you doing for your weekend, Polarize? I feel like it's not too late to have a birthday weekend, right? Polarize's birthday was a little earlier this week, I think. Monday or Tuesday, I think. So what are you up to? We got James Bear, we got the Moocher, and we got Matt M89. Great to see you, man. Matt M says, a friend of mine, Faith, told me to come watch. You'll have to thank her. Thank her for me. Very cool of her to advertise the stream for me. I'm pretty sure that is the same Faith that plays some of those mixed games over at Aria. Cool poker player. I'm gonna make the folder with Jack 4 off. I guess I should probably change the title of my broadcast. We're not Chipleader anymore. Now we're third of 400. So let's go ahead and change the title. 3 of 400. It's kind of nice looking at 250,000 chips, though. And I'll tell you what else too, guys, is I'm loving the HUD. Javaro has made as it definitely makes multi-tabling easier. It's so pretty to look at. You get some nice stats about when they 3-bet and when they fold to a 3-bet and when they steal and when they fold to a steal and what their AFQ is. I'm really enjoying the HUD. I wish that I was gonna be able to use it back on WCP Nevada, because the more hands you put in with somebody, the more valuable those HUD stats are. And even though I do love Poker Tracker for its data mining capability, and we can do all sorts of things here. We can raise or we can call or we can fold. All three seem wrong. All three seem wrong. Let's go ahead and take the aggression here. Push Spram F out, and we'll see if we can't take it on the flop. Okay, so not the worst flop. Getting Palma off of a lot of different hands, like smaller pocket pairs, smaller suited connectors. I can't really think of anything that Palma's folding there that we're not beating anyway, but we're going to go ahead and keep the drive on. Just claim the equity in our hand. It's not drawn stone cold dead. Ace King Jack 10 in a limit Omaha high low. I don't love it, but you know what? Devo made a second place finish in 08 at the series, and one thing that I noticed he was doing was playing these high hands pretty aggressively and isolating, trying to get it heads up, pushing out these weak lows here. So I'm going to go ahead and come in with a raise. So we got a 10-7-5, top pair, ace of hearts. Go and fire out a bet. Another 5 on the turn. It's actually good for us as long as we can dodge a card less than an 8. We're not hating it. And queen on the end. Value betting the ace-10? I don't think so. Let's just see if we can check and win. Nice hand. So Palma was looking pretty good there. Kind of free rolling there. So it wasn't really a free roll. A king or a jack win it for me. That's about it. I wonder if I could have gotten him to fold an ace-10 there if I fired out the river. I don't think so. I think that Palma decided that his ace-10 was good on the flop and the turn. Maybe though. Maybe I might have been able to get him to make a tight fold and save myself half that pot. So Niles, yeah, unfortunately I can't. You can only have one account on Stars. I'm sure plenty of people have more than one. But I also am pretty sure that it's against the terms of service to open up multiple accounts under the same name. Joe Kaz, good to see you, man. Grinding in ground in the stream. We got double gutter. It's great to see you guys. Okay, a little Queen Jack 9-4. I'm going to make the fold here. Nowhere really to go with that hand. So, Grinding and Ground asking, have I reached out to Lee? I did. Yes, I did. I emailed the poker manager address. I said, Lee, help, man. This isn't fair. This is grossly unfair. Haven't heard anything. Haven't heard anything. So that's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and make the aggro play here. Wield the stack we've got like it's meant to be wielded. Top pair, backdoor flush, and second nut low draw. It's probably worth continuing here. Hand just got a little better. Now I guess we're well, there's a lot of river cards that we can root for here. King of Diamonds, I wouldn't say that's one of the ones that we're rooting for. Ace Queen beats us. King and random beats us. we're just going to go ahead and check. Check call if Spram F fires out a bet. Ace King doesn't beat us. I don't know. Ace Queen beats us. Yeah. Nice hand there, Kesbro. So maybe we should have gone for a value bet there. King turned out to be a pretty good card for us. We're going to go ahead and make the fold. We're chip leader again. 1 of 364. Let's update the title. Chip leader hype. Okay, so I guess there was a big controversy on the WSOP stream. I would kind of like to see if we can find it. Big controversy about talking in the hand. I remember reading about this hand in the updates. I would kind of like to see it on the stream. So here it is. This is Will Kossoff versus Stacy Madison. You guys see this hand? So this caused a little bit of a stir, and now there's a little bit of a controversy. I was reading on Poker News. By the way, we got Double Gutter subbing 18 months in a row. Double Gutter, thanks so much, man. Really appreciate it. Let me get this alert box up. And okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still a pretty shitty hand. There we are. Double Gutter, thanks so much, man, for keeping the stream afloat. Thanks for supporting what I'm doing and being such an awesome part of the crew. Really appreciate you being here. Oh, we got nothing. Queen high. Okay, let's so here is the hand in question, you guys. This is the one that's causing everybody to argue. Let's watch it.
They're still tanking over there. The guy's tanking.
That was indeed the grinder. Michael Mizrachi in FaceTime form, checking in on his friend and business partner Stacey
Okay,
Madison.
so Kassouf here with the straight flush against Madison, Stacey Madison.
Top pair, she's
Makes a check. She's on the button on the turn with pair of aces. I mean, if I'm sitting here with ace queen, I'm feeling like you gotta bet. You gotta think that your ace queen is good.
With Will Kossouf, who turned a straight flush.
She does. She fires at 225.
5,000 from Madison.
225,000.
Still gonna keep bluffing me? You know I like to gamble with the nuts, right? With the redraw to the coconuts. Or the monkey nuts, whatever they have to go.
You know I like to gamble with the nuts with the redraw to the coconuts. Okay, I don't know what he's talking about here. Just talking a bunch of gibberish here. beware the speech. You know, they say it all the time. Beware the speech. In this case, though, this guy, Kosuf, I actually have seen him on some other videos. That's the girl who knocked me out of the main event this year, by the way. Yeah, he's a talker.
5,000.
Still gonna keep bluffing me? You know I like to gamble with the nuts, right? With the redraw to the coconuts. Or the monkey nuts, whatever the absolute coconuts.
He has the absolute nuts. Not sure what the coconuts are.
You must have the ace of hearts, right? You got the redraw? Nut, redraw, nut.
Kasuf used to be a lawyer, and he was a natural litigator. Boy, can he talk.
I've never seen two people like anyone.
How many miles is it from here to Hollywood, you know?
That's right, you know, just he called only like twice. It was like
270.
This speech irritates the hell out of me, you guys. I gotta say.
Tony was so
Sasha tanked another 2.7 minutes with the Hollywood here.
he's actually 2006, so he asked to switch from the 1 to the 6 and Dewey's buddy because Dewey doesn't speak.
You want to gamble, young lady?
His buddy's like,
Just enough.
this is what he does.
You know I like to gamble enough, right?
And he made like 2 more queen high.
Yeah, I got the best stuff. We're gonna gamble. Let's gamble with the nuts. I'm all in.
Riz, all in. He has Madison well covered, so this would be for all her chips.
Just 5 seconds.
I don't think you got the heart.
Unbelievable.
You haven't got the heart to call. You got it, you got it. But now that I'm all in, tell me what you got and I'll tell if I win to go. I'll be honest. No shame in talking that. Get my chips in good. You got a flush, good luck to you.
Talk is entertaining, but it is her action. If she wants to talk, fine, but maybe she'll pick up something from his channel.
Ah, all right.
7, 9, 10 jack deuce.
I got it. I got you, B. I got the nerves. I'm all in, all my chips.
So I like, yeah.
I
Approach
got
the
it,
subject.
honey.
We both been completely owned by
You called, you're good to go, you're good to go. All right. I got it.
No, you got the draw, but I got the best hand.
Okay, well, I'm willing to gamble. I can't call with that. Look, there's over 1 million in the pot. You only got like 6, 7 behind.
No,
I
I
have
point though.
900,000.
Yeah,
I'm willing to gamble anyway. I can't call. I don't want to be a fish and just call and see the
You
result.
probably got me.
I'll get my chips in
I was
good.
ripping river if I didn't get there anyway.
Unless you made a bluff. What do you have?
Turn top
Depends
2
what
on
you have.
flush board. Yeah, and I had the king jack.
What do you think I have?
Top pair?
Of course.
And a heart?
Against you, of course I'm rivering.
King of hearts, queen of hearts, something like
That's so sick.
that. You might be winning at the moment. I'm willing to gamble. I think I'm winning. I think I might be wrong.
Definitely not winning.
If
You
you're
weren't
winning, you have to
happy
call.
about the raise. I mean, I have to call?
If you're winning, you have to call, right? You think you're winning. If you think you're winning, you have to call.
Yeah, right, that's
I know what
right.
she has anyway. She's got top pair with a hard draw, yeah. Let's gamble anyway. You might even be ahead.
Why would I want to gamble at the main event?
Gosh, this guy just won't shut up. Oh my gosh, it's painful.
But I've got big heart. That's why I got big heart. That's why I shifted. I've got no heart here. I just shifted like a boss. I got big heart. Big heart. You might have the ace of hearts, but I got the big heart. Heart of a lion. No guts, no glory.
Yes, it took so much guts. So much guts. Gosh, this guy.
All or nothing. Let's gamble. Let's gamble with the nuts.
Kasuf with the nuts, trying to talk Madison into a call.
Let's go. If you got top pair and a heart, you got a call. You're probably ahead. Well, if you got the best hand, you got a call.
I understand, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not 100%
What?
sure
Do
that
you want to phone a friend or 50-50?
you're not going to give me time to think? Or...
No, you could think.
I mean, it's. I don't understand how. I don't understand how someone who can miss these cues. He's just chatting and chatting and chatting. First off, usually when someone is pretty netted up, they're a lot more willing to engage in conversation. But here he's actually kind of being condescending to her.
As long as you like, I mean, yeah. You playing to ladder up or you playing to win? I'm playing to win, so I play for all.
Yeah, but you're not gonna win with 178 players left. You know this, right?
If I can win
It's
this,
a
well,
long
It's
time.
a long, long way, but I'm willing to gamble. You're probably ahead. If you got top pair and a heart, you're probably ahead, but I'm willing to gamble. I'm willing to gamble, sorry.
I'm not gonna put my tournament life on this. I think I have the best hand. But,
Ace, queen, that's it? Wow, that's it? One pair? You're gonna call it one pair? Unbelievable. Can I show the cameras without showing the players?
Kasuf put on a show, but in the end, he does not get what he wants. Madison with a game-saving laydown.
All right, so I'm pretty sure that's the hand, and he ends up getting a penalty from Jack. Let me see if I can't find where he gets the penalty here.
We win is still in, but he's got only 1.4 million chips.
Here it comes. Yeah, right around here.
My decision, because never in that spot was I folding. So now it put me in a position.
I'm just trying to be friendly with the ladies, that'll. Welcome to the World Series of Poker. A player, leave me.
Dollar cash of her life.
Yeah.
Stacey Madison will see in this main event.
But probably you fold after that. I just threw black jacks.
It's got to be the worst $42,000 cash of her life.
Yeah, aces versus king jack. You flop king king.
Marvellous. One over penalty, eh? Taunting a player, leave me out. Can't. How many more? 5 more. Marvellous. Taunting a player. I don't know the meaning of taunting. It's the whole point of speech play, right? What's the point of having speech play? You can't.
Okay, where is it? Here it is. Sorry, guys.
She folds.
This is the actual one here. Okay, so this is it.
She folded show.
His hand is still locked.
A5. Much of
Here it is.
coming from Will Kasuf. He has 9 high, but has put Stacey Madison in a quandary. A decision for all her chips with pocket queens.
Well, there's over 600k in there, so I want you to go.
You cannot say anything that influences the action at hand. Saying what's in the pot, you cannot
But
say
she
that.
keeps saying to me
You
that she's got the
cannot
best
say.
hand.
You cannot say what's in the pot. Anything that influences the action, you
All
cannot
these
say.
like he's like doing, you're like breaking all these rules, and they're not giving you a penalty. They're not saying anything.
The decision's on you, young lady, and you don't need to go on about it.
I'm just.
World Series officials on scene to keep it within bounds.
I want you to call. I told you. Good luck to you. But I did say I'll keep it friendly because it's you and it's a friendly table. If you fold and show, I will show. Keep it friendly. But I want you to call 100%. Don't want to bust out with the whole camera crew watching there. This will be embarrassing. You don't put me on this hand, I tell you. I can't say what I've got, but you do not put me on this hand. I'm not talking about my hand.
How come his hand is still live when he's?
I'm just saying you don't put me on this hand. That's all I said.
Action's on you.
Yeah, I know, but I
Action's
mean.
on you.
Isn't the rule talk to influence action? You can't talk to influence action.
He has. He's telling me he wants me
I
to
will be
call.
having discussion with this gentleman after this hand is over. At
That's
this
fine.
point, there's nothing that's out of line, but we will be having a talk.
That's fine. All I said was I'll keep it friendly. If she folds it, show, I will show. I'll keep it friendly. That's a friendly table. We're just
I'm gonna be
enjoying
friendly now.
ourselves.
Let's stop talking until
Okay.
this hand's over.
That's fine.
That's friendly.
I mean, why wouldn't you want to bust me?
I'm not trying to bust you.
Sir, I'm not going to ask you again.
Okay.
Just 2 hands ago, these two had a similar showdown. Kasuf check shoved on the turn with a straight flush, talked up a storm, and Madison correctly folded a pair of aces.
I said I'll show. I'll keep it friendly.
You're going to show me a worse hand. What does that mean?
I'm not, but
This is your last warning. You're going to get a penalty. if you
she
speak
she
again.
could talk to me. I said nothing.
She's not talking to you
She-
personally.
she
She's
just talked
talking
to me.
out loud, okay? You will receive the penalty if another word comes out of your mouth until this hand is finished.
Will's talk is fine until they tell him it's not. Now LaFleur says he cannot talk.
Gosh.
On Kasuf's shoulder.
Well, now
This
he's talking,
guy.
he's speaking, he's pushing it.
So when a floor tells you you can't say another word, don't mime. Don't start miming to your opponent. Oh, gosh.
I'm going to handle this one. Thank you, sir.
I need a lot of time here to make a decision. I'm sorry.
Will has put Stacey all in. Stacey has the best hand.
Floor. How about a clock? We all have
Stablemate Mitch Garsofsky has called the clock on Stacey.
you have an active, you will get a 10-second countdown. At the count of 0, your hand will be dead.
It's a big decision.
It's been a long time. There's nothing wrong with calling a clock on somebody. I mean, there's already been 3 minutes that we've been watching on this river decision.
All right, slow down.
Usually I'm in favor of calling the clock, but she has been under siege most of the time from Will Kasuf. I would have given her a little more room.
Yeah, this looks like it's already been like a 10-minute hand.
Clock request.
I'm going to ask you real quick. The next
didn't
time
say word.
if you make one more gesture like that,
Okay. I'm just trying to be friendly with the lady.
this is not friendly. Okay? I don't
told
want
I
to
can't
see.
say
I
another
don't want
word.
to see you move. You and I are going to have a conversation when this
I'll
hand is
apologize.
over. Okay?
9, 8, 7,
Oh, make the call. Make the call.
4, 3, 2, 1.
He
You want to
folds.
see it?
Yeah.
6 bluff, turn the double gutter and missed. Never mind. 9 high like a boss. No heart.
God,
Heart
this
of a
guy's
line.
so cringy.
High like a boss.
We have a little rule at the World Series of Poker that says you are not supposed to be disrespectful to other players at the table.
I almost did call too.
Right. But for heads up, it's like speech play. It's loud as long as you don't
But
disclose
wait a
the
minute.
content
But
in
wait
your
a
hand.
minute. You taunted her by these motions, did you not?
I wasn't talking. No. We said before you came over, sir.
No, listen to me.
The guys were saying you cannot just say anything. I said
100% taunting. 100% the way that you were treating her.
what did you think that I was trying to say to her?
So listen.
Can I ask you that? What do you think I was trying to say to her?
You were trying to get her to call to make a decision.
No. You weren't here before the other floor stuff.
okay, so I'm
I
gonna
told
tell
her.
you-
Can you hear me out, please, 1 second? I said I'll keep it friendly. If you fold and show, I will show. And the other gentleman said if you have one more word out, you have a penalty. So without saying it, I said you show, I'll show. That's what I meant.
Hey, Dave, this guy's on a one-round penalty until he gets back to the small
One round?
blind. 1 round.
All right, excuse me, sir.
No. This is not what you want to do. Okay. If you happen to ever get a penalty at the World Series, don't follow. Don't follow Jack and keep on trying to argue with him.
Listen to me. You're done explaining. So the best thing you can do is you can go to the side of the rail. If I hear one more thing, it's 2 rounds.
I just want to explain myself. That's all. Okay, I apologize.
It was a long time. We were all ready to
Yeah. He says, if I hear one more thing, it's 2 rounds. And he goes, I understand that. No. Okay, so what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Should he get a penalty for that? I don't have a problem giving him a penalty for that. I actually am in favor of allowing players to talk at the table. I think that's fine. Your head's up. You should be able to say whatever you want. As long as it doesn't come off as like collude and as like colluding with the other player. As long as it's not like, well, Frank, I wouldn't tell anybody this, but I do actually have the nuts here, and I'll show you when you fold. I have the nuts. I mean, like, it can cross the line to, soft playing and collusion, but that's not what that was. And I actually feel like players should be allowed to talk in those kind of heads-up situations. I feel like it's bad for the game, saying that you can get a penalty for opening your mouth. At the same time, though, you got a floor guy telling him, you say another word, you're getting a penalty. And then the fucker starts miming shit. I mean, I think that penalty is deserved, and that guy, man, so cringe. Really don't like watching that guy. Okay. Let's get back to the Raz. We're 5 of 319 now. I guess I should probably change the title. 5 of 319. We had a really lame hand go down against IH Nuts, who seems to love to defend with kings and queens in Raz. Let me tell you, though, by the way, they're never going to kill a hand in that spot. If someone can talk all they want, they're never going to kill his hand. I see players all the time argue that the hand should be dead. She did just now. She's like, well, I think his hand should be dead. No. Now you're trying to pull an angle there. His hand shouldn't be dead. It's yeah. I do love how Jack handles it. You and I are gonna have a conversation after the hand's over. It's like, oh, it's like when your mother tells you just wait till your dad gets home. Oh. Yeah, maybe Dudette took. Maybe she was owned by his talk. I kind of feel like she was going to fold whether he said anything or not. But she did end up leveling yourself there. The chatter was a little different. He's definitely a chatter. He stumbled over a few words when he had 9 high versus straight flush, and much more condescending with the straight flush. I bet that we could spend a good 2-3 hours just going through the differences between his chat and with the nuts and his chat with the absolute bust. I think we'd see some pretty big differences. And Niles, yeah, I agree. He's a twat, though. He is. That guy's a twat. Oh, man. That's the problem with poker, though. Is a lot of times the assholes are the ones who are actually have game. It's true. All right, so we pair our ace. He gets a queen. Kind of feel like we're still ahead here. I don't really think that we need to bet either. Let's go ahead and see a fourth street, a fifth street here. So he hits a 2. We hit a 9. Not where I want to be, you guys. Not where I want to be. So now I'm drawn to a bad 9 versus what I gotta think is better. Getting 3-1, but do I really want to put in 18,000 here? I'm not going to chase the 6,000. That's one of the nice things about not betting on 4th Street is you can give up on 5th Street if things go south. All right, we got a king, a couple 10s, a queen, an 8, a 6, and a 4 behind us. Not really a very good hand for us. But I'm going to go ahead and fire out a completion here, try to take the blinds and antes. Yeah, I agree with you, James. I mean, he was told he was going to get a penalty if he kept on talking. Then he kind of made a mockery of that and started doing this little mime shit. And I'm thinking, you know what? I have no sympathy for him. Give him a penalty. So we got IH Nuts, who I think has a dinner date, making the raise. 4 bets. Meh. You know what? I got to think if Kazarog wasn't in this hand, I'm probably going to go ahead and get it in there with IH Nuts. But with Kazarog making the call when we're completing and IH Nuts is raising, Kazarog is screaming a split queens here, or a flush draw. Either way, we're pretty well behind with our King 9-6 rainbow. So I'm going to just get out of there, make the fold, let these guys play it out. Let's see if Kazarog had the split queens. Yep, there we are, split queens. Nice hand. And IH Nuts with ace high, just ready to go. Ready to go. GG. Yeah, I don't agree with you actually, Haru. I think if I don't think it really mattered who she was. I think it mattered that the guy was being a dick and being kind of being disrespectful to the floor who was sitting there, basically saying, you know what you just said to me, I can get around that. Watch me communicate anyway, because you didn't say I couldn't mime. You couldn't say I couldn't write my message. Okay, give him the penalty. The reasoning behind the penalty that you can't taunt players, that seems kind of weird to me. I think Jack was right to give him the penalty, though. This guy was being a dick. Polarized. If she were a unicorn, he would have sprinkled fairy dust all over the table. True though, buddy. True though. It's just, I'm gonna have to agree with you, Polarized. I didn't really feel like I didn't really feel like that it, because it was her, that they were bending rules or punishing him more. Hiro Anoda knows it. He says it's true and he knows it. Well, how do you know? I would re-examine a lot of the things that you think you know. Desbin says he's an ass, yeah, but no penalty. I mean, it's poker, damn it. I mean, I don't know. Let's make the raise here. We have an 8 showing. 2 players sitting out. We've got a 5 coming in with a limp. Let's take the aggression, start driving with this hand. We're taking the reins and charge. Charge. The 7 of hearts sure helps us. There are no hearts dead. Got all 9 outs. We're looking pretty good. Now we have a 5. We can hit a 5 for a straight. Dirty Biscuit, 6 months in a row. Really appreciate that, man. We also had Rick the Hat for 17 months in a row. Thank you guys for the resubs. You guys are great. You guys are awesome. And Kazarog stops being able to put us on a hand that he can beat. Yumius, great to see you. How's Canada going? It's going okay. We got back on Stars, so mission accomplished. But the tournaments haven't really been going all that well. Make the fold there with 2s. That's pretty awesome there, James. So the whole broadcast is just a huge debate about whether they should have called the clock on her, whether he should have gotten the penalty. I say that's fine. Call the clock on her. She had at least 3 minutes to think about the hand from what we saw. How much more time does she need? You know what they say, think long, think wrong. I'm going to go and make the fold here in 9-8-6. Usually she knows what she's going to do about 40 seconds in, but she's just trying to come up with a reason why she can change her mind. 9 high like a boss. 9 high like a boss. Isn't that what we want to see, says Hiro? We need to encourage that. Great stuff. I feel like it's better for TV. I do think that having players being allowed to talk to each other, and poker is a mental game. It's a psychological game. It's psychological warfare sometimes, and I feel like I do actually think that table talk should be encouraged and not discouraged. So, but I also think that when a floor tells you to do something, you got to do it. You got to keep your mouth shut. And you got to do it. Otherwise, you're going to get what you get. Okay, so C lightly making the call here. We went ahead and completed here with our 4 because we had 2 players sitting out. We just had to get through a 2. Now we actually have that open-ended straight. Draw. Pair of 5s. And he finally gives up. So one thing about excessive tanking, you guys, usually the problem is when players are taking 20 or 30 seconds to make decisions that should be kind of automatic. The ones that really make poker just really anguishing to play. Calling the clock isn't really going to do much. It's the ones that take 15, 20 seconds for every pre-flop decision, and when they raise, they spend 45 seconds doing it, and when they c-bet, they spend another 45 seconds doing it. Calling the clock isn't going to actually do anything there because they're not taking more than a minute. So I don't know. I do think that playing at a snail's pace is not what we want to see. And we saw 2 hands go by where she was taking a long time for a river decision. And yeah, I understand that's a tournament life, but every decision is for your tournament life. Every decision is tough. It should be. I don't know. They're all important decisions, not just the ones where you're at risk for actually exiting out, because every single decision you make is leading to that last hand. So Hiro Onada says, why was he even told to stop talking in the first place? He can't give a penalty for being a scumbag. Half of WSP was sitting out Kappa. The thing is, there is an excessive chatter rule. There is a rule against talking too much. And there's also a rule about talking about the contents of your hand and talking about the contents of your opponent's hand when you're in a heads-up situation. I don't agree with the rule, but it's there. You can't say things like, you have pocket 6s, don't you? I can beat pocket 6s. You can't say that kind of thing. So when he's saying things like, I want you to call, that's talking about the contents of his hand, indirectly, implicitly. When he says things like, you'll never be able to put me on what I have. You'll never put me on what I have. That's talking about the contents of his hand. Implicitly, there's an implicit message there. We can argue about what that message is, but giving him the penalty doesn't surprise me at all. At all. Okay, so here we got Palma coming in with a completion in limit stud 8. We got deuce 5-7 here. Not really the best hand, but I'm going to go ahead and see a 4th street, probably a 5th street. And I agree with you, though, Hero. It is good for TV. It is good for TV. When you look back at the last few years of broadcasts, you always have a guy who's just a complete asshole at the table making the broadcast, because people like to see that. They like to see people being dicks at the table and then falling short. This hand is kind of falling apart. Blake Barnes, first place in this is 2,200, and then there's a few spots that are in the 4-figure range. So Kashmir continuing with his drive. Palma making the raise. What do we think Palma has? Probably like kings under there. All right, you know what? I'm not going to continue getting squeezed here. You guys can battle it out. Let's make the fold here. That's true too, Polarize. So the way that he acted was very good for TV, not necessarily good for the game. I think you're right. I've definitely seen people get berated at the table to the point where I feel like if I was treated that way the first time I sat down, I would never have played poker again. Good to see you, RT Kabuto. Yes, we do have a mutual friend who always seems to be in the thick of those habitual tanking criticism arguments. Big Popalicious, good to see you. And no, I didn't play any poker in Washington. Says, hey, did you play any poker when you were back in Port Orchard? No. Nope. Nice hand there, Kazarog. So, no, the 9's not really a good card for us. We're just done. Now we have 2 pair. This is... We're getting sucked into this hand, you guys. This is, I mean, isn't Kashmir supposed to have split jacks here? You got Kazarog with, either a made low or a draw to it. So we're thinking about putting 8,000 in for what? Hoping that our 2 pairs is going to take half the pot. I think I'm going to just dump it, and we're in for a bring-in. And I'm not convinced that 9s up are actually good for half the pot here. 6 of 237, 281,000 in the in the stack, you guys. Not Chipleader anymore. I guess probably gonna have to change that. Change that title. There we go. So we're in a pretty good position here, guys. Both of the players to our left are sitting out. I guess they had I guess they had dinner plans. So I guess I also need to make sure not to do anything stupid like fold if it's folded to me. I'll make the call. You're getting 5-1. Being heads up. Oh, hold on. I'm going to mute this, guys. Okay, things are going to get a little loud here in about a minute, so I'm going to mute this. We just ordered some food, and June's not really a very big fan of delivery guys. Let's take a shot here. Maybe we can get Kazarog to fold like a king high. Nope, Kazarog calls with the king high. Nice call there, Kazarog. Nice call. So we made it. We took a shot. We missed. But yeah, the delivery person is going to knock on that door, and June's going to go crazy. So I'm muting it. I'll be right back. Okay. It's over. The chaos is over. Making the raise here with pocket nines. Flop is pretty good. Hey, June. Simmer down, June. Good girl, June. Give me 5. Good girl.
Good.
222 players left, you guys. 4 clubs on the turn. We're gonna go ahead and keep on thinking our pocket nines are ahead. Good to see you, Zach. Not too much is up. Just playing some poker. Trying to crush a horse tournament.
You want me to serve you up? Plate? Do you want me to make you a plate?
Yeah, that'd be great. It's a pretty bad, bad river card for us. Looks like it didn't matter. We were behind the whole way. Kazarog giving up some action there because I gotta tell you, Kazarog, I'm definitely putting in more bets there. If you were to have check raised the flop, I'm probably even re-raising. If you were to have check raised the turn, I'm calling. So costing yourself at least one bet there by trying to play it cute.
That was good.
Yeah. And slipping. That hurt. 9s versus 6s. That one kind of hurt.
I didn't get it right.
Well, no. No, I didn't. Okay, guys. I'm going to eat for a little bit. So I'm going to turn off the camera, turn off the mic, and be right back. Check call. Nice hand. Nice hand, Kazarog. And he was ahead on fifth. We took the lead on 6th Street. That's pretty grating. Let's go ahead and change that. Make that just a little bit quieter. Where's our sound setting stars? There we go. You know what I really need to do, guys? I need to, next time I come up, I need to come up with sound clips for these. Like when you win a hand. Or when it's letting you know that time's about to run out. Something better than that little alarm. Cool sound clips. That's what we need more of. That's what Stars needs more of. That's what I need more of in my life. It looks like we got a little redraw issue here. I wonder if I just... No. 2208. What's going on? You guys see that too, right? Yeah. Making the fold here with a king high. Oh, okay. Is that what was going on there? It wasn't a redraw issue. It was a side pot. Okay, that makes more sense. And by the way, good to see you, Hack a Hand. Joe and Hannah, great to see you. 1 year anniversary. Really appreciate you being here. Okay, let me see. Level 38. Current day ends when we reach level 44. So we got about another hour, I guess. Another hour of playing. And it's a 2-day event. So yeah, make sure to join us tomorrow. If you're not doing anything, watch as we try to take this down. The last hour and a half have not really been that great. You know, we got really close to 300,000. Now we're closer to 200,000. Pippin87 asking Dutch, were you able to go to downtown Vancouver at all during your stay? We went down there one time. We went down there for the what do you call it? Gas Town, Gas Lamp District. Ate at a place called the Flying Pig, which wasn't really that good. And had dessert at a coffee shop, which was good. Trees Organic Coffee Shop. Saw a lot of homeless junkies. A lot of homeless junkies. Like I was really pretty surprised at how many drug addicts seemed to be roaming the streets, homeless in Vancouver. There was a whole tent city set up about two blocks south, I think, of where the gas lamp district really started, and it was a lot of people there, a lot of people there. I kind of feel like, you know, it's not necessarily a problem, though. You know, in the States, we lock people up for possession, and I guess I get the feeling that they don't do that here in Vancouver, which is why why so many people are roaming the streets looking for heroin. Anyway, it was pretty. Definitely like British Columbia. I enjoyed the rain. Gonna be back in 4 minutes, you guys. Okay, guys, we're back. With the best starting Raz hand, Ace Deuce 3. Made a little bit better by Farrell's having one of our aces. But yeah, let's go ahead and make the raise. We don't have to raise, but I mean, there's so few times when you know you're ahead in poker, so. Now we have Kazrog making a bet into our 8. It's going to be close. I don't really think that we need to get too crazy, though. Ace Deuce 3, 5, 8. So now we're ahead. And we can drive for the rest of the hand. Now we're very ahead, and he's going to need one of 3 cards. Saying that, Kazra. I wonder what he called us with. Did he call us with an 8? Did he call us with a 9? 9. Oh, he had an 8 under there, so he was drawn to an 8-6-5. We had him drawn dead. Drawn dead. So he hit a 9, and he called us with a 9-8-6-5-3 against a 9-8-5-3 showing. Pretty optimistic there, Kazarog. Well, what do we expect from a guy who made a call with King High? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make the fold there. Okay, so we got Who Is He 2 making a completion here. Kazrog also coming along for it. And, yeah, you know what? I feel like we can go ahead and see a 4th Street here. maybe even a 5th street. The 8 of clubs sure hurts our hand. So now we're looking at 2 pair with 2 of our cards dead. Let's play it aggro. Let's play it aggro style. Who was he? Could have been easily just representing something when he came in for a completion. Kazarog also could have something like a King Jack 10 or an Ace King 9 or something. There's no reason why either of these guys have to even have a pair at this point. But the most likely thing is we're up against maybe clubs here for Kazarog. It's kind of what I'm thinking. If Kazarog has like split kings, I'm pretty sure we're ahead since we have the 4s and the 8s, and he also has an 8 and a 4. So the fact that we're, that we have 2 pair and we have a lot of his outs to suck out on us, I think helps us. We're pretty close to the money. So who is he sitting here looking at at what is potentially a $30 decision? And they both fold. So that's kind of what we're going for there. No diamonds. No kings, no 9s, no 6s. I mean, could we be any more live here? Let's go ahead and come in with a raise. Oh, man. We're going to go ahead and make the fold here with our Jack 8, 9. Make the fold here. We just got back up. I don't feel like just dumping chips. Lady Death. Wow, 410,000. I didn't even notice you there, lady. Didn't even notice you there, Lady Death. Pretty cool username. I guess this was. I guess you just got moved. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Javaro has issues tracking non-hold'em hands. So Hack a Hand, Michelle is playing a little bit of Ark with her niece. She's collecting dinosaurs. She's taming T-Rexes. If any of you guys play Ark and feel like playing around on XMod's server, I'm sure that she would love to. I'm sure that she would love the company. So Ark is kind of a survival game like Rust, except it's not as vicious, and it's a PvE server that she's playing on. So,
but it is as vicious if you play on the PvE.
Is it?
Yes.
Ark is just as vicious as on PvP.
Yes.
I actually think I would like Ark on PvP, but I sure get bored when I'm playing PvE.
Doesn't like to grind. It's a blur.
Okay, 1-4, no sixes out. 1 diamond out. Not seeing any 3s or 5s. So pretty live stud 8 hand, and got a lot of potential here. I'm going to just turn down all the system sounds there for you. 9 iron 12. All right. Hand is getting better. So, a lot of times ace high will just take it for the high half too, you guys. Ace king with a flush draw. 7 outs for the flush draw. Man, I don't know. Let's continue driving here. Come on, 2. Come on, 4. Hell, maybe even a 6 would scoop it. Yo to the yo. Just subscribe to the stream. Thank you so much for the sub, man. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the crew. You're awesome, yo. So, you know, I feel like I haven't said the spiel for a while. You get some other stuff besides the emoticons and all the sub perks that you've come to get used to on Twitch. You get a couple of these fist bump patches, and also a download link to my book Poker Tilt. I'll make sure to send the welcome email over your way. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the sub. If there's anything I can do for you, please do let me know. And yeah, thanks for supporting the stream, man. Really appreciate that. Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not working. I'm not sure why it says Alky's the last subscriber. I'm not sure why it's not... No, I guess it is working. There it is. Last subscriber, yo to the yo yo yo. What's up, Bias Man Kiwi? Pleasure to see you, my friend. I think we got about 45 minutes left until 35 minutes left until the end of the day, you guys. And you know what? It's gonna be it's gonna feel pretty nice to make another day 2 in the Mini-WCOOPs. It's gonna be the third day 2 that we made in these things. And Sweeta on, yes. I used to. So, Lady Death coming in with a completion with a king showing. I'm gonna recommend against that when you're playing stud 8, you guys. We're getting about 5 to 1 to make the call, but I'm still gonna just dump it. Oh. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and complete here. Ace showing. We've got 2 low cards behind, and Ace 8-2, definitely the kind of hand that I'd rather be playing heads up against another low draw. Not 2 low draws, just 1. That's a great 4th street for us. So he just catches a banana, and we catch good. He still is catching bananas here, so we're going to keep on driving the hand. Now we have a pair of 7s and a low draw, and he's got, I don't know, maybe a flush draw. Who knows? He could scoop if he had a straight to the 7, or if he caught a flush and a low. Otherwise, we got what seems to be a pretty decent two-way hand, where if he's beating us for one half, we're going to be beating him for the other. And it's kind of hard for him to call with like a single pair, or if he caught like an 8-7, that's somehow better than ours. I don't know. I think at this point he's just cursing. I don't think he's really thinking about calling. Oh. Oh, man. Okay, so we're up to 340K, 20 of 160. Sorry, guys. Gamer Grill. Gamer Grill says, Gamer Grill says you've been you're lost to the stream because of video games. It's true. No, it should be on if we could have had a better setup, figured out the camera and the mics without any echo or anything. But it just wasn't looking good, and it wasn't gelling. So I was like, you know what? Just have yourself a little me time. Have yourself a little vacation. We'll get her back on the stream when we get back to Vegas. You know, she's going to start streaming too, you guys. Let's make the raise here. Not really what we're going for here, Ferris. Farles. Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, so Pippin says, "Okay, good to know. I know my attitude can be unpredictable. I'm actually gonna predict your attitude, Pippin. I've got a little calendar book. Okay. Let me go ahead and get a pin here." All right. And we're going to predict for... Let's go for... October 14th, Pippin. I'm going to go ahead and write on October 14th notes. Pippin will have a bad attitude. This is the prediction. This is the prediction, Pippin. So in a few weeks, I'm gonna be streaming. You're gonna come on. You're gonna be like, "What's up, everybody?" I probably shouldn't have told you. Okay, but we'll all forget, and then I'm gonna look down. I'm gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, Pippin! I made this prediction." Hand for hand is in play, you guys. We are on the stone cold bubble, which means we're gonna make the money. So I'm gonna actually change the title. ITM hype. This is when we need that bubble gun. You know I love you, Pippin. I wish that I wish that you were more positive all the time. I know that's tough to do. That's a big ask. It's a big ask. Poker's a negative game. You know, it's negative EV to begin with. It brings out a lot of ugly emotions. Definitely is tough on the psyche when you're losing, and even when you're winning, everyone around you is losing. You know, so it's tough to stay positive. Maverick BP asking, "Are you in the money?" Not yet, but yeah, we're in the money. We're in the money. Might as well be. All 3-9 off, making the fold. Hand for hand is still in progress. This might take a while, you guys. This might take a while. Sitting here with 20 tables. Who's got the low stack? Doesn't say. Smallest is 5,731. There's also a 7,000 stack, 6944. 5,731's on the button, so he's probably just going to fold his way out. The 6,944, though, he's about to hit the big blind right now. So he's got two hands in him. There's some stacked tables. Very no longer the chip leader, you guys. Not even close anymore. We're down to okay, ace, king, queen, 6. Quiet, honey. Sorry. Oh my gosh, K4 Jamie subbing 14 months in a row. Really appreciate that sub, my friend. Thank you so much for keeping the stream going. And 14 months, really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Gosh, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Farls, I kind of feel like our A6 might be the best hand for high. I don't really know if I can just throw this away after putting so much in here. Yeah, let's see a river. So now I think we can probably just throw it away. I was kind of thinking that if the river card came out, a king or a queen, then that might be good enough to make the call. If it came out like a another 8, then maybe we can make the call with our ace, king high. But now we're hoping, you know, for half the pot. So it's going to be a fold. And that's a pretty good hand. So we were just kind of on an aggressive move the hand before with our ace, king, queen, 6. Now we actually have ace, deuce, 4, 9. The 9 isn't great, but it does give us that club flush draw. So these are the kind of hands that we like to come to battle with. And guys, we are in the money. So Farl's making the open limp. Kind of tempted to raise it. Let's just make the check. Pretty good flop. Let's see if we can go for a check raise. There we go. So top pair, top kicker with an uncounterfeitable low draw. There's our low, and we have 2 pair. So that's a scooper. Nice. Ace, 4, 6, 8. Not the worst hand. I think that probably make a call if one of these guys raises. Unless like one of these guys raises, maybe then we isolate lady. I don't know. I think just making the call is okay. Kazarog making a raise. If Palma were to 3-bet here, then I think I can go ahead and muck this. All right. So we'll gut shot straight draw, second nut low draw. Hit that 6. I kind of feel like Kazarog would fire out if he had ace deuce. Ugh, Lady Death making the raise here. I don't like that. Well, I'll call anyway. And now we're in okay shape. We've got the nut low. We've got a pair of 6s. And he's got ace 5 with a pair of 10s. Wow, we were in pretty good shape there. Pretty good shape. Have a good night, Gamer Grill. So So Zach Delesh, let me take a look at this. Yeah, I can pop on this chip graph for you. Let me show you what it's looking like here. King, queen, 4-8. Yeah, I'll just make the fold. So we can do this. We can look at the chip graph. So ran into a little bit of problems right there. Back down to under 200. Back up. And you know what? Ours looks a lot like the largest stack, because we were the largest stack for a pretty good chunk of this this tournament right around here. Right there, you can see. Right there. Okay, and that's let's look at the payouts. $21.99 for first, all the way down to the minimum. Okay, we're going to go ahead and play it aggro here. Playing it aggro, ace, king, 9-7, rainbow, Badoogie, not a great hand, but you know, it's not like we're calling with it, we're raising with it, so definitely not a great hand. But if we can take it, you know, if we can be the aggressor, and the plan is to take it on the flop, you know, keep on charging and take it. So, well, we hit a pair of 9s. I don't know that we really need to continue though here. I think we can just check back. Does the 7 help me? Kind of. Puts that straight out, so if anybody has just a random 8 with any of those cards, they've got better. But we've got outs now, 4, 5, 6 outs maybe. Making a fold. So there's the ace-8 and Cashmere. What were you doing there? Let me see that. So he had king deuce 3-5. Why did you call the turn there? How did that go? I have to rewind that hand. Let's see. Then you called the river with. No, he bluffed the river. So he made the call on the turn to maybe bluff the river. That makes 0 sense to me. I feel like this is one of the worst calls I've seen in the tournament so far, in the 08 section. I mean, here he is with king deuce 3-5, no draw to a flush, no draw to a low, no draw to a straight. He has 0. He has no pair. He has no business making the call on the turn, but he does make the call on the turn to hopefully have me fold and get into a situation where he can bluff the river against a guy who's probably betting the straight. Horrid. Just horrid. I did turn it down. I'll turn it down even a little bit more, you guys. You know what? We don't need sound. We'll just turn the sound off. Sure helps when you're multi-tabling, though. Still don't know what Kashmir was doing making that call on the turn. I'm still like trying to wrap my head around it. Against one opponent, I can see it, but he still had me to worry about too. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. You wouldn't see those kind of bad plays on WSOP Nevada. you just wouldn't. We're in the money, you know. It's like, how did you even get in the money, man? I guess you must be like the best in the world at like stud and Raz and stud 8. Okay, how close are we to the end of the day? We're on level 43. We got 8 more minutes of play today before we wrap it up. Before we bag these digital chips. And I think that when we come back tomorrow, I think it starts at 1 o'clock. So that's when the stream will start tomorrow. I'll keep the stream going tomorrow. And okay, 2 in a row. The most I've ever had to bring it in was 6 in a row, and that is like, it's kind of astronomical. It's kind of astronomical. The dealer looked at me after the 6th time. It was in a tournament, it was a World Series tournament. And she looked at me, she's like, I'm sorry. And I looked at her, I just kind of laughed. I said, hey, if you're doing it on purpose, you and I can make a lot of money in this town. If you have anything to be sorry for, we can make a lot of money in this town. I always think it's just ridiculous when people blame the dealer for their beats. Or when dealers take credit for wins too. That's the best. Is like when a dealer like puffs up and feels like you owe him because he dealt you a win. It's like, come on, man. You didn't mean to. You're just doing your job. I never berate a dealer for a loss, but I don't praise him for a win either. Okay, little ace jack 8. I'm gonna get out of here against Kazarog 6. Kazarog's such a calling station. There's no point in taking a jack against whatever he's coming to the table with. I mean, he's just not folding. So I don't feel like starting behind. No point in merging ranges. Here we go, 4, 3, 7 ace, and we have a 7, 6, 5 showing. Could be better. Could be better. This is definitely a much better stud 8 hand than a Raz hand. So a 3 completing. So many 3s and so many 4s are dead here, which helps this guy's hand and hurts my hand. Helps this guy's hand and this guy's hand and hurts my hand. But hopefully we don't get squeezed. Hopefully by making the call, Kashmir doesn't decide to do something crazy. And pair the 5. We could fire out. Maybe get Kashmir out of here. Let's go ahead and fire out a bet. I think there's a decent chance that Kashmir just paired his 8. Now what are we looking at? A 10, 7, 6, 5 against a 10, 9. Jeez. Jack 10. Looks like Jack 8's going to take it. Nice hand there, Kashmir. Let's do 4-8 Jack. Nope. Who is he? Ended up making a 10-9. So, nice hand. Folding. Back under 300K. We've just been waffling, you guys, up and down and up and down. Just And you could make the argument that maybe we should have fired out there on 4th Street when we paired our 5, just because our board looks scary. But we're just not losing Who Is He? And I don't, if we're not going to be able to take the pot away from Who Is He, I just don't see a point. Let's go ahead and make the raise here. Got an ace who's sitting out, so we really only have to worry about that 6. Yeah, if we can't lose the short stack, I don't see much of a point in betting like we have it. A lot of times we're going to end up facing a raise. Oh wow! Look at Cheng Gui making the call there with his king. C-Madge making the call with his 10. I officially like my new table. Wow, these guys. I wish I didn't start bad. I wish that was like an 8 or a 9 instead of a jack. C-Madge thinking about making the call. If C-Madge makes the call, I think Cheng Gui makes the call. We're going to continue driving. C-Madge, what are you doing, man? Horrible. That's just horrible. So we pair our 2. We're looking at 2 pair against definitely a 10. Gosh. Fucking retarded, these guys. Someone let the monkeys out of the zoo. Lock the doors. God. Well, I guess when you can count on a king coming in, maybe defending with a 10 is not that horrible. It's pretty horrible, though. He still has a 6 behind him. He's up against an ace. It's pretty bad. So if I hit the 2, he's like, oh, well, I think that Dutch paired his 2. Nope, I didn't pair the 2. Then I hit the 5, and he's like, oh, I think Dutch paired his 5, even though I have a 5. Yes, I paired the 5. It's just maddening. That's just Raz being Raz. It's just classic Raz. You can't let it get to you, Dutch. That's just Raz being Raz, man. Raz does this kind of shit all the time. You know he does this kind of shit all the time. Okay, we're going to go ahead and come in with a raise here. Isolate the 9, even though we have a jack. And now we're done. Now we spit on that hand. Make the fold. Well, guys, I love my new table. I love my new table, even though it hasn't really gone that well for me. I definitely like it when guys are defending with 10s and defending with kings and sticking around. It's just not something you can really do in Raz and be successful in that game. So when we come back tomorrow, we're gonna have one of the chip leaders of the whole tournament, who seems like he doesn't know what he's doing. So that's it, guys. We're on break for another 16 hours and 8 minutes. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and hopefully run this little stack up all the way to a final table finish, all the way to the end. Don't worry about winning each hand. Just try to win the last hand. You guys have been awesome. That's going to do it for the stream. Make sure to click on the follow button and make sure to get notifications and get notified when we're going live so that you don't miss any of the action tomorrow. Thanks for joining us, guys, and you guys have a nice weekend.